What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome to the final FIFA 18 ratings video. We are 10 down to 1 today. Let's get a thumbs up for the top 10 players. Unfortunately, EA's website won't show the images of the players, but FootWiz have them. So today we're on FootWiz. There is the snippets from the EA website, so I'll be able to read the players and then of course compare them to their to themselves from the previous FIFA. Of course, so if we go, could I just go FIFA, does that compare him? No, Generations, FIFA 17, 88 striker. Does that just go to him? Yeah, I don't want to do that. I want to go back on that one. Let's go for find player FIFA 18, Higuain. So Higuain, of course, is number 10, guys, 90 rated. More on the traditional side as far as forwards go. Higuain can certainly finish nearly anything with both feet and his head. His 87 shooting is extremely impressive and his 83 dribbling gives him the ability to open up space for himself and his teammates. And as you can see there, 79 pace, great shooting and dribbling, good passing and physical, 4-star weak foot is nice, high medium work rates, looks quite good. Is there a compare stat here? There's no compare stat, so let me get up FootWiz on the other site and go for Gonzalo Higuain. So obviously he had an 88 upgraded to an 89 last year, now upgraded to a 90. He's lost one pace, which again seems to be a global pace downgrade. He's gained one shooting, which is fair, gained one passing, same dribbling, gained one defending, and lost one physical. All in all, only plus or minus ones, essentially. So basically the same card and a good way to kick off the top 10. Coming in at number 9 is Toni Kroos. Now, a lot of people was misled yesterday. There was some leaks going around that looked realistic, but were fake. Toni Kroos, guys, coming in at number 9, a key cog in the successful machines of both Real Madrid and the German national team. Kroos is the best passer with 88 passing in the modern game, while his 81 dribbling and 81 shooting are both very important. It's his ability to place a ball literally anywhere on a pitch that makes him truly world class. And of course, he's still got that 5-star weak foot. He's got 3-star skill moves. Compared to last year, he has had a pace upgrade, just not as much as people were initially led to believe. Now, a lot of people question him as a 90 rated card over Modric as an 89. I feel like the overall rating and indeed the face card stats don't really represent a player anyway. You know what I mean? Like Anthony Martial last year was so good. He was only rated, 82 or whatever. You know, players like Kyle Walker and Hector Bellerin are constantly outstanding right backs for the whole course of the year, and they're in the low 80s for rating or the high 70s. I don't really think it makes much of a difference what the actual overall rating is. I don't think it represents too much within the game, so I wouldn't read too much into it, and we'll talk about it a little bit more in a brief second. But Toni Kroos has gone up by 5 pace, which I think is very, very fair. He's gone up by 2 dribbling, 4 defending, same physical, same passing, and up 1 shooting. Even though he's got really low pace, this is definitely a very, very usable card. Specifically because of that defending increase now. You know, his stand tackle in FIFA 17 was 75 with 69 defending. So the fact that his defending has been upgraded, his stand tackle is actually going to be very, very decent. It's his heading that brings his defending stat way down. So I feel like he's going to be actually usable in the game this year. We'll have to wait and see how the meta plays, etc., etc. But yeah, I don't think it's necessarily all that bad. Let me give this a refresh. I still can't see the faces. Next up, guys, is Eden Hazard coming in at the number 8 spot. So Hazard has got, again, a very, very nice card. Let's get his other card up. Of course, again, another upgrade there. Perhaps the most famous Belgian footballer in history. Hazard possesses an astounding 90 pace and 92 dribbling. Elusive and technical on the wing, Hazard is equally adept at cutting inside to shoot and moving to the touchline to pass or cross to a teammate. And yeah, his card looks very, very good. No question about it. Maybe a little low on the shooting. I don't know. What do you guys think to that? His shooting, his pace is the same, dribbling is the same, defending is the same. His physical has gone up by 1, as has his passing, and his shooting is the same. 4-star remains. He is still 5 for 8. And all in all, yeah, I mean, I like the look of this card. You know, it's going to be a deadly card. Now, as I say, he was upgraded from an 88 to an 89 in FIFA 17, and now from an 89 to a 90. What's interesting for me, and I know we talked about this in previous videos, but it seems like EA are globally downgrading the stats, right? The face card stats, but they're upgrading players. So whilst there's more room for growth within informs and special items, there's less room for growth within the overall rating. You know, this is literally a near identical card to FIFA 17, yet it's been upgraded by 1. And if you actually compare it to his 88 card from 17, same pace, 1 dribbling, same defending, 1 shooting, 2 passing, 2 physical. So he's got a 2 upgrade, but he's not even 2 upgraded across the board, only in a couple of stats. So I don't know, it's a weird one for me. It definitely does seem like they have either reworked how they calculate stats on the card, or just globally downgraded everyone to allow more room for chem stars and special cards, which obviously will be very, very nice. Next up though, guys, is going to be, let's go to FIFA 18 again. Can't we just default to FIFA 18? That would be nice. Sergio Ramos coming in next, number 7 on the list. And that card does look quite deadly. The best centre-back in the world. Ramos has an 83 physical rating that makes him brilliant on both sides of the ball, whether heading out of his own box or into his opponent's net. Few players can match Ramos' aerial prowess. His 88 defending encompasses the many traits in which he excels, from leadership to composure on the ball to an excellent reader of the game. So Sergio Ramos up to a 90 rated card from the 89 of FIFA 17. He's lost 2 pace points. He has the same shooting, he's gained 1 passing, same physical, he's gained 2 dribbling, and he's got 1 extra defending. And this card, I think, will be just momentous throughout the whole year. 3-star, 3-star again. One of his biggest issues is he's 6 foot tall, but his card last year had 92 jumping and 86 heading. So the fact that he's gained a defensive stat and has the same physical, you would expect it to be very much the same. And when we talk about how good the defenders are, when we compare him to Chiellini, so 88 defending, 76 pace, I don't even know how I can get a Chiellini on the screen. There's no compare. It would be nice to be able to compare the FIFA 18 players, but let's actually do this. Let's have a look at FIFA 18 latest players. Can I not select the positions? No. Can we see Chiellini here? Do we have him? There's Bonucci. Where is Chiellini? Chiellini not here? Hello? Anyway, we're on to the next player, and that is Robert Lewandowski. Where is Lewandowski as well? Lewan. Let's go have a look at Robert Lewandowski. So number 6 on the list. Despite being dismissed early in his career as just a physical target forward, Lewandowski has evolved into the most complete striker in the game. He has the traditional target forward skills that his 88 shooting and 82 physical show, but his 86 dribbling and 81 pace round him out more than any other player at his position, and you cannot argue with that. And you can't argue the fact that he deserves it as well. He's been upgraded to a 91 from a 90. However, he keeps the same pace, but he gains 1 dribbling, 1 shooting, 1 passing. He remains the same on physical and defending. 4-star weak foot, which is very, very fair. Hasn't got his weak foot and skill moves here, interestingly. And I can't see it on the FIFA website because the pictures still aren't loading for me, so I can't see his skill moves and weak foot, unfortunately. I wouldn't be surprised if we ever saw Robert Lewandowski with 4-star skill moves, because some of the stuff he actually does in game is incredible. But compared to his, compared to his FIFA 18 card, this is an absolute monster card. 91 rated. I think this is the first 91 rated card we've had in about 3 years. But yeah, he's an absolute beast, and that dribbling and that shooting. Once you whack a chem style on him, either an engine, a hawk, or a hunter, he's going to be an absolute beast. Like him with a hunter will be like 90 pace, 99 shooting, 86 dribbling, 4-star weak foot. He's going to be unplayable. And once he gets his first few informs and undoubtedly his team of the season card, it's going to be disgusting disgusting. It's actually going to be disgusting. Next on the list is another Bayern Munich player, and that is going to be Manuel Neuer, 92 rated, famous for being as adept with his feet as he is with his hands. Neuer has held a firm grasp on the title of best goalkeeper for a few years. He's at the top of his game regarding traditional goalkeeping skills like 91 diving and 90 handling, but it's his 95 kicking score that truly sets him apart. Neuer's ability to kick off counter-attacks with his feet is unprecedented, and having him between the sticks is like having an extra playmaker. So 92 rated Manuel Neuer, he's got insane stats. He's got like team of the season stats, genuinely. Great diving, reflexes, handling, positioning, and kicking, and his speed is actually very, very high in the FIFA world. In terms of last year, he remains 92 rated. However, he gains 2 diving, same reflexes, same handling, same kicking, same positioning, and gains 1 speed. So he's actually been upgraded, and he completes what is an exceptional Bayern Munich team in FIFA 18. I wouldn't be surprised to see a lot of people rocking full Bayern teams. You know, you've got Thiago, Vidal, Neuer, like Boateng, Hummels, both insane. You've got Alaba, who's obviously ridiculous. There's just so many crazy good players. Ribéry, Robben, Lewandowski, of course. Like, there's literally so many insane players in this Bayern team that it's going to be hard to turn away from them if you manage to get one in FIFA. Next on the list, guys, is number 4, and that is Luis Suarez. Of course, he was number 3 in FIFA 17. Number 4, I believe he was calculated as number 3. As brilliant as he is controversial, Suarez can finish with the best of them thanks to his powerful, accurate 90 shooting. But beyond his amazing ability in front of goal, it's Suarez's 86 dribbling and 81 physical that truly sets him apart. He works extremely hard, both with and without the ball, and his unpredictable nature makes it impossible for defenders to truly prepare for what Suarez will do next. And very much like Robert Lewandowski, this card is just absolutely insane. He's got 4-star, 4-star. Shooting and dribbling is exemplary for a striker. His pace is good, especially early on, and again, especially due to the fact that we have had that global downgrade. He's got great physical, and in terms of his card last year, it remains a 92 again. However, he has had an upgrade in physical by 2, but a downgrade in dribbling by 1. Everything else remains identical. He will be another primary player in FIFA 18, specifically early on. And again, once he gets 1 or 2 special cards, you know, if he gets up to that 85, 86 pace category with the mid-90s for shooting, 90 for dribbling, and a little bit more physical, he's going to be, again, one of those players that you just cannot turn away from. In at number 3, of course, is going to be the highest rated transfer in world football. That is Neymar. The most expensive player in the world, Neymar recently headed for Paris in a move that shocked the football world. While still slightly below Messi and Ronaldo, Neymar is the upper echelons of talent-packed history of Brazilian football. His 92 pace makes him one of the fastest players out there, and his 94 dribbling is reminiscent of Ronaldinho at his peak, and you can't dispute that at all. When you look at Neymar compared to last year, he remains a 92 rated card. He's gained 1 pace point, which is obviously very, very nice. He's got the same shooting. He's gained 1 passing point. He's lost 1 dribbling point, which is minuscule anyway, but he's gained 4 physical points. So a big boost. It's actually an overall upgrade to Neymar. He's going to be having a ones to watch card that will be ridiculous, because if he gets a Team of the Year card or a Team of the Season, I think EA came out and said that one to watch cards will upgrade with every item this year. So a 98, 99 Ronaldo, his ones to watch is just going to be ridiculous. But Neymar is going to be a great card because of how good PSG are and how easy it will be to fit him in a hybrid. It might be usable this year. Of course, as Barcelona player last year, you could fit him into La Liga teams. It might be a bit more difficult, and it actually might devalue him a little bit, just because he's playing in a league that's not necessarily meta in FIFA 18. But that's not to be said that there's not enough players that you can easily just put around him to have him easily slot into a team on 10 chemistry. So now, guys, we have the number 2 and the number 1, and we're going to look at these both together. I think that would be the fairest way to do it. So we look at Ronaldo and Messi there. You can see him in the middle of the screen. Let me just zoom that in a little bit so you can get a little bit of a better look on those 2 players. Lionel Messi is a constant battle for the best in the world and of all time. It's hard to say anything about Messi without stretching into hyperbole. His 95 dribbling is the highest in, and very few defenders are even... Wow, they've got their words mixed up. His 95 dribbling is the highest. Let me ignore the next word. And very few defenders are able to even come close to stopping him when he's playing his best. Combined with 89 pace and 90 shooting, Messi may usually start on the wing, but he always finds a way to get in front of goal where he rarely misses. And for Cristiano Ronaldo, they say there are a few things that Ronaldo cannot do on a pitch and a few attacking positions in which he won't excel. His 93 shooting is evidenced by the unreal number of goals he scored in the past few seasons, and Ronaldo's 90 pace and 90 dribbling make him virtually untouchable when in top form. Sometimes deployed as a forward, Ronaldo can dance into the box and dispatch the ball in the net without skipping a beat. He is probably the best on the left wing, where he can create chances for teammates, or as he does more often, cut inside and lash the ball past a helpless goalkeeper. So they've definitely given Ronaldo a lot more chatter. They've spoken about Ronaldo more than anything. When looking at Messi compared to Messi of last year, he's got the same pace, one less dribbling, the same shooting, the same passing, the same physical, the same defending. It's nigh on the same card. When we look at Ronaldo compared to last year, he's lost 2 pace points, lost 1 dribbling point. He's gained a passing point, same physical, same defending, and gained a shooting point. Now, I said in yesterday's video, if Ronaldo was a left wing, I would expect him to go down to 90, maybe 89 pace, which he has. I expected if he was a striker, which I feel like he should be, I feel like he would have gone down to 87 or 88 pace. But I expected the pace drop with Ronaldo. With that being said, those stats are still ridiculous. Now, obviously, there's a lot of debate behind Messi and Ronaldo. There's a lot of Ronaldo fanboys, a lot of Messi fanboys, and a lot of people just in the footballing world that prefer one over the other. What I want to explain to you guys is that Messi's passing and Ronaldo's passing aren't chosen based on Messi and Ronaldo. And what I mean by that is the guy that made Ronaldo's stats didn't go, oh, what's Messi's passing? Oh, let's make Ronaldo's just a little bit less. Ronaldo's card here is based on his differences from his own card last year and his performance within that year. It's not based on how well other people pass or don't pass. The people that track the stats for Real Madrid are not the people that track the stats for Barcelona. So when the guy that was making Ronaldo stats, because obviously EA employ a team of people to go out there and like data mine for them. They collect data on the players, they give EA their feedback, and then a decision is made. And when you're looking at over 22,000 players in FIFA, they're obviously not everyone's going to have the identical way of viewing and interpreting the way a player plays on the field. So the person that gave Ronaldo these stats and the person that gave Messi these stats are 2 different people. However, if you swap those people around, if you say the guy that gave Messi stats was actually looking at Real Madrid, you might have seen Ronaldo with even less passing. It might have been a case, because I feel like Messi is a better passer than 86. He's an exceptional passer of the ball, no question about that, right? And I think 82 passing for Ronaldo is probably a little bit far-fetched, I'd say. You know, he's not one for pinging long balls like Messi is. He's always so high in the action that his short passing should be quite high because he gets involved, you know, a fair bit. But it's not a situation where he does a lot of long passing. And his card in FIFA 17 had 72 long passing. I feel like that should be far lower. It might have been a case where the guy that decides or data collects the passing for Messi or for Barcelona is just a harsher critic of passing than the guy that collects the information for Real Madrid. So when you look at these players like this, don't look at, oh my God, how did they give Ronaldo 93 shooting but only gave Messi 90 shooting? It literally is just an interpretation of Ronaldo this year versus Ronaldo last year and his ability within that year, and the same for Lionel Messi. It's Messi this year versus Messi last year and how he translated within that season to go onto the card stats. So it's not like somebody said, oh, Messi got 90 shooting, let's give Ronaldo 93 shooting. Also, something that's really important to know that people are just completely overlooking is what these stats are made up of. The passing stat is made up of 5 subcategories. The shooting stat is made up of 6 subcategories. Ronaldo's bonus shooting would largely come from something like... Actually, let me compare it to last year because he's had an upgrade. So let me compare Ronaldo to Messi. Messi has the same shooting as last year. Ronaldo has 1 less in the actual grand scheme of things. So when we look at finishing, oh wait, that's the wrong Messi. Hold on, let's get rid of that. Let's go for. I don't want FIFA 18 players. Now it's giving me FIFA 18, and I want FIFA 17. So Messi of last year had 90 shooting, of course. When you look at their long shots, for example, Ronaldo has more long shots. Is that fair to say? I don't necessarily know. Right, they're both good at long shots. Messi scores a lot of like finesse style long shots. So I assume his curve would actually be better, but which it is by a considerable amount. But of course, curve is not incorporated in the shooting category. It's incorporated in the passing category. So should curve have been incorporated in the shooting category, which I think is important for Messi's understanding of his shooting might actually be 92 or 93. You understand what I'm saying? Like, just because you see a stat is higher than another stat, it doesn't actually mean the ins and outs of the stats are one's categorically better than the other. And when you look at volleys, Ronaldo's volleys are better, but one of the main reasons Ronaldo's shooting stat is way higher than Messi's in the grand scheme of things is because of the fact that he takes all of Real Madrid's penalties. He has 85 penalty rating to the 74 penalty rating of Messi, and that again would be a huge discrepancy within the 93 versus the 90. So I just want, before everyone loses their mind on how does he have this but this guy has that, remember it's one person's opinion or a team of people's opinions that might collect stats for Real Madrid against Ronaldo of last year, and they're not sitting there thinking, well, Messi scored 75 million goals and Ronaldo only scored 72 million goals, but he scored an extra long shot, so let's give him more shooting. That's not what they're doing. It's not like a slight on Messi that Ronaldo's here, or a slight on Ronaldo that Messi's there. And you know, when you look at some other players, like there was a lot of debate yesterday on Reddit that how is Neymar's passing worse than Ronaldo? How is Ronaldo's dribbling at 90 when he's the 70th most successful dribbles in the top 5 leagues? And again, this is where I hate to repeat myself, but this is where it's not Ronaldo's dribbling stat versus everybody else. It's how well did he perform last year? Okay, so he was this successful last year. And how well did he perform this year? Okay, so he was a little less successful this year. Well, guess what? He's been downgraded by 1 dribbling. So, in actual fact, his dribbling downgrade shows that he is not as a competent dribbler as he was in previous years. Bear in mind as well that he's now playing as a striker more for Real Madrid, so of course he is going to have less successful and less attempted dribbles because he doesn't play out wide as much anymore. So there's no more skilling through all the players and trying to beat defenders and fullbacks and stuff with his skill moves and his pace. It's now more about his positioning and his creativity inside the box rather than out on the wing, which again is an interesting one for me as to why he was a left wing. I feel like he should be a striker. But anyway, guys, this is going to be the end of the video for today. If you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like, rating, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. But for now, guys, I'm out. Peace.